And we're back. Thank you all so much for tuning back in. I know we were gone last week, but thank you for coming back even after that week break. So we're back with movie news. Also wanting to come up with a good name for this segment, or my YouTube channel, or I guess whatever show or thing this is. So if you guys have any good name suggestions, please drop them in the comments below. We're almost to 20 subscribers, so tell your friends. Not just if you haven't subscribed and I know you, I'm still not really wanting to promote this, so I'm not asking you to tell your friends. But if I know you, go ahead and subscribe. We'll keep it in the family. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, let's jump right in. Last Monday, Jeff Bridges tweeted out that he has been diagnosed with lymphoma. This is a pretty serious disease, obviously, and so we wish him the best. In his tweet, he did seem to have a positive outlook, said he was surrounded by a good team and good doctors, and so we just wish him the best and hope and pray that he has a full recovery from that, and he can continue to just give us great movies. He's a very good actor. He's known for The Big Lebowski is one of his famous roles. He was also in Iron Man, Hell or High Water. He's been in a lot, and he's very enjoyable. So we just wish him the best in that. Next, I want to touch on some not necessarily exciting news, but some bigger news that could have some big effects. Disney announced that it is kind of restructuring or remodeling their media side of the company and going to be leaning heavily into streaming. So they're going to be focusing a lot of their efforts into streaming. Obviously, in today's world, streaming is everything. And so I'm a little bit surprised they're almost late to the game. I know they've already come out with Disney Plus, which I feel like has been successful to a degree, but it's not been super exciting, to be honest. They obviously start off with The Mandalorian, which drew a lot of buzz. Anything Star Wars will draw a lot of attention. And they do have their Marvel shows coming in the works, but kind of surprised not a ton of original stuff from them. They've had a few shows, Jeff Goldblum's shows, a High School Musical thing. So they've been developing their own. They've been a little bit dabbling into the streaming, but I think with COVID and everything, movie theaters being shut down for the most part, and their big theme parks, Disney World, Disneyland, obviously not generating them any money, they need to focus on streaming. So this, obviously Disney is just a massive corporation and they have their hands in so many movies. So this could be, I guess, a possible threat or just bigger competition for Netflix or HBO or Hulu, if Disney really leans into developing their own shows, their own movies that will go straight to streaming. This does have people wondering, will we see future big Marvel movies come straight to streaming? As of now, Black Widow is the next one, and they still have not announced, or they've still kind of said that they're not going to put it on streaming, but we'll see what happens with that. So I could see this being a pretty popular move, in years to come. I could see them really delving into just kids streaming shows. Obviously, Disney has a lot of children's shows, so that's a huge part of their audience. So just kind of be on the lookout for what is to come from them. Obviously, we have later this year the Marvel series coming, so that's probably going to kick off that we're going to see a lot more original stuff from them. So that's kind of exciting, I guess. Interested to see kind of continued competition among streaming platforms. We did get some new casting news. Anya Taylor-Joy has been cast as Furiosa in the Mad Max prequel movie that George Miller is directing. George Miller did direct Mad Max Fury Road, which was a very good movie if you haven't seen it. There will be a prequel movie. Anya, you might know her from Split or Glass. She was in The Witch, and she also was in Peaky Blinders. She's been in a lot of stuff, but she's relatively younger. This role, Furiosa, was originally played by Charlize Theron in the original, so kind of surprising that they didn't continue using her in a prequel movie. I know that there was kind of some speculation she might be. But yeah, so this will be interesting to see prequel to this movie, because Mad Max Fury Road honestly got a lot of buzz. It was pretty highly praised among a lot of people. So Chris Hemsworth is going to star in it, and Yahal Abdul Mateen II, he will also be a co-star. So should be a good movie, some good cast. So excited to see what happens with that. So there's another movie coming out, which I don't know how I haven't heard about yet, because it has a huge cast. It is Adam McKay's movie. This will be his second movie writing and directing since Vice. The movie's titled Don't Look Up. For those that aren't familiar, Adam McKay, kind of known for, he was partners with Will Ferrell. He kind of partnered with Will Ferrell. They made Talladega Nights, Step Brothers, Anchorman. They were just kind of the partners in creating those movies back in the day. And since then, they've kind of split up, and he's kind of been going more into serious movies. He was involved in The Big Short, and then obviously wrote and directed Vice, which I think kind of got mixed reviews. I haven't heard a ton of people who really love that. So it'll be interesting. This is going to be a comedy, and it is about two low-level astronomers who are going on a media tour to warn the Earth that there's an asteroid coming to destroy the Earth. So it might be a little bit of a darker comedy, but Jennifer Lawrence is kind of the one that has been headlining this movie for a while. She is probably going to be playing one of the main roles. But the rest of the cast, so Jennifer Lawrence, Leonardo DiCaprio, Cate Blanchett, Jonah Hill, Rob Morgan, Himesh Patel, Timothy Chalamet, Ariana Grande, Kid Cudi, Matthew Perry, and Tom Sisley. So this is just a monster cast. So not really sure if all these people are going to have major roles. There could be just a few cameos. I wouldn't be surprised, Kid Cudi, Ariana, if they were just kind of some cameos, but still very impressed that they have this huge name. Also, it's going to be a Netflix movie, so it's just going to be on Netflix, which is even more surprising. Netflix is really just continuing to get they can get any name they want pretty much nowadays. So excited to see what comes of this movie, see a trailer eventually. Still going to be a while probably until we get this movie, but just crazy how many big names are in that movie. Next, we have Michael B. Jordan announced that he will be producing a Static Shock movie. I know that I did watch this show, but cannot for the life of me remember. But I know somewhere deep in the back of my brain, I have memories of watching this show. Because when I saw this image, it just instantly brought up that I recognized it. And there's going to be a movie. For those that didn't watch it, it was an early 2000s animated show. Basically a high school superhero. Virgil Hawkins was a high schooler who had electromagnetic powers. And so I think it was good. Who knows? But so Michael B. Jordan will be producing that movie. There's no news if he'll be acting in it. I wouldn't be surprised if he was in some role. Obviously, hopefully not the main character since he is a high schooler. Unless it was, post high school, unless it's a grown up Static Shock. But also it is currently being rumored that Jordan will make his directorial debut with Creed 3. He teamed up with Ryan Coogler for Creed 1, and then there was a different director for Creed 2. And so this could be his first movie directing. He would hopefully be starring in it as well, I would assume. The first two movies are super good. If you haven't seen them, I would definitely recommend them. The first one is really good. And so that's exciting. Obviously, Michael B. Jordan is, he is pretty passionate about representation, and so bringing a black superhero into a movie, an old animated black superhero, just continuing to bring representation. So that is exciting, and I think he'll do a good job. He's really talented, so I feel like getting into the producing game and possibly directing game will be, I think he will do good at both of those as well. So excited for future info coming on that as well. I don't know. I'm realizing I don't know how to transition. Coming up, in other news, next we have Legally Blonde 3 was officially announced, given a due date. Yeah, that works. So apparently, I didn't know that. I guess I just wasn't aware. Reese Witherspoon did announce that there would be a third movie back in 2018. There hadn't really been a lot of news since, but this past week it was announced that it will have a release date of May 2022. It is expected, Reese obviously will return, and then it's kind of expected that a lot of the old cast will be there as well, but no confirmations as of yet. It was confirmed that Mindy Kaling will be writing the script. She's going to be teaming up with the Brooklyn Nine-Nine creator, Dan Gore, and they're going to team up and write this script. So that is exciting. Obviously still quite a ways until that movie comes out, but I know the first one was huge. I honestly don't know if anyone liked the second one. I've rarely heard of it. I was honestly surprised. I thought the second one was just kind of like a knockoff remake, but apparently it did have Reese Witherspoon in it. So I don't know if that was good or not, but I know the first one was a huge success. So I know that'll get a lot of buzz when it gets closer to actually coming out. In some DC news, unfortunately, it was announced that Jared Leto will be returning as the Joker in the Snyder Cut version of the Justice League. Also, Joe Manganiello will actually be he's going to be reprising his role as Deathstroke. He was just barely in the credits for, I believe, Batman vs. Superman, or maybe the Justice League movie, or the Suicide Squad. I'm not really sure. He was in the credits just barely. So he apparently will also be getting some screen time. So not really sure why they're doing this. DC is honestly pretty terrible at their movie. Whoever's in charge of their movie thing is just awful at their job. The Snyder Cut is just going to be crazy because there's just going to be all these cameos. They're reshooting a lot of the movie. So reshoots are underway. Henry Cavill and Gal Gadot have not confirmed that they're doing reshoots, but Ben Affleck, Ray Fisher, Amber Heard, some of the other characters have confirmed that they've been doing reshoots. So it's going to be a 4-hour movie / miniseries. So it is, I think, considered a movie. It is just kind of a weird thing in and of itself. So it is allegedly going to be released in a weekly basis, so probably broken up into over 4 weeks, which is kind of smart. Just continuing to build hype around this thing and just kind of capitalizing on that. So it's going to be 4 hours, possibly each week releasing an hour. So I guess I'm excited, but also just ready just to be done with this, whatever this is. Also continuing that, Ben Affleck is currently rumored to be returning as the Batman for more stuff. So he's currently supposed to be in the Flash movie, which may or may not ever happen. It's been on and off for years now. So he's currently in that one, but then it's rumored right now that he has agreed to headline a Batman show for HBO along with possible other movies. Once again, why? It's just dumb. So they already have a new Batman with Robert Pattinson that's already has a lot of hype built around. I personally don't think this will ever happen. Ben Affleck has... I enjoyed him, I guess, in the role, but outside the role, there's just been so many issues with him as the Batman. He was originally supposed to be writing a script and directing a movie, and that fell through. There's just been constant kind of in and outs with him, doing more, doing less. So I doubt this will ever happen. I think he's a mess. He's a good actor. I like him. I think just his personal life and committing to roles and stuff is a mess. And then I think DC is just a mess with their continuity in their universe. So kind of disappointing, but we'll see what happens of this. Obviously, I love superheroes, so I'll probably watch it, but I can't say that I believe it will be good. So there's that. In other news of things that apparently weren't good, Quibi is officially shutting down. And I know you might be surprised because I thought Quibi was gone a while ago. But apparently it's still been around, but it is officially shutting down. So I know that this is probably pretty disappointing for the people who worked in it. There was just a ton of marketing for this. And I really do, I wonder how it would have done had we not been hit with a pandemic. Quibi was definitely made for like commuters or people in working life, just kind of taking quick 10-minute breaks for shows, and then obviously the whole world shut down. So it launched back in April, and so it is just worst timing for them. So I'm sure they've lost a lot of money. So they're officially shutting down, and kind of will always probably be a what if, what could have been possibly. So we also got a first look at the upcoming Uncharted movie. Tom Holland shared a set photo of him playing Nathan Drake in the upcoming Uncharted. What's happening? So this is exciting. This movie has also had a ton of trouble getting started. I think it's gone through 6 directors so far, but it's apparently officially filming. This movie is based off of a popular video game franchise. I've never played it, but I've heard a lot of good things about it. I know some of you have played it and are big fans, so it's exciting. I really like Tom Holland. I'm excited to see where his career goes. He's really good in everything I've seen him in, so it's exciting. It does have a release date of July 2021, so that's exciting. We'll get that next summer. So that wraps it up for this week. Thank you all so much for watching. It really does. I'm enjoying this. It's giving me something to do. Enjoying learning, and I enjoy hearing you guys have actually watched it, because I think it might get a little depressing if no one watches it. But if you guys have any tips or ideas or advice or anything you want me to do, like I said, honestly, motivation is hard, so a weekly thing is all I've been motivated to do. But eventually I would like to do maybe some other more in-depth reviews or things like that. But right now I'm really only motivated to do like a weekly news thing, and I'm enjoying that. But yeah, if you guys have anything else that you'd like to add, leave it in the comments. I think that might help my channel or something. I don't know. I'm not really worried about that. Or just text me, or if we're talking on Xbox or anything, or in person, just let me know. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it, and love to see if you guys are creating anything. If you guys are filming videos or making anything, go ahead and let me know. And just a reminder to go vote November 3rd and get your flu shots if you want. And that's about it. All right, well, I will see you guys next week.